Okay, next question. Ace is a bum. Agree or disagree?
Oh, you know what? This is gonna be tight.
Marina, 그림이죠.
Oh, tight. What a question. Whoever asked that.
Bomb capital letters as well. You know.
Honorable shout out to Tuds from Four Eyes Academia.
With
Capital
capital
letters as well.
she needs to hop on the pod. Let's discuss face to face. What is this?
I think she's still
Can't even
watching
hate too
Marineford.
I think Ace made bum decisions. I can't lie to you, but he's not a bum. Come on now, just being mean. Ace is not a bum. That's simple.
He started losing the gloss for me. Like the gloss, the shine started leaving. Like I was merchant number one, and on that hill, die on that hill, live, breathe on that hill, anything. Then it's been a long time. Oh, it's spoilers. I should have said spoilers first, but it's been a long time since my man, had around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can start entertaining these thoughts because I've heard a lot of people say this. Like, he actually, apart from the hype and the just blind love I have towards him, be a bum. Yeah, he might be a bum.
No.
Well, this is a tricky situation because if I look at his career as a pirate, he went through the first half, went into the second half, tried to step to a Whitebeard humbled him immediately, made him he took his old crew, he's chilling on their ship, and then he's made a commander, then Teach waxes one of the crew members, and that's someone who was under Ace, so man can't keep his subordinates under control, so he goes to discipline his subordinate, and then the subordinate waxes him, puts him in jail, then he goes to the execution, gets saved, and then because a man said, hey, your dad smells, he said, nah, I had to run it back. I don't know, man.
It's a poor showing.
It's a poor showing compared to Luffy as well.
Bad decisions doesn't mean he's a bad character. I feel like Ace is so realistic.
Yeah, you can be a bum and a good character, you know.
No.
I love Ace.
A bum, bad character. I feel like Ace was just made realistic choices. I feel like if it was in that situation with Ace, actually, I would never fight Akainu. I'm not stupid, but it's understandable. Imagine you have so much respect for this larger life figure like Whitebeard. Okay, he's giving you everything. He basically, Whitebeard should have killed Ace, if we're being honest. But it's fine. You got to a high position in the crew, and your own subordinate kills your friend. You have to remember, those guys were family. They're calling themselves their family. Someone killed your brother, and the person who killed your brother was under you. So obviously, and no one knew how strong Blackbeard was. No one knew his master plan. So he went, no, let me go discipline the person who did this to my brother. Goes there, Blackbeard is a different beast. Gets panned. Fair enough. He's a mistake. He didn't expect him to. I think my biggest problem with Ace was the Akainu thing. It was kind of like everyone sacrificed himself to get here. Just let it go. But I think Ace was just an egotistical character. But I feel like this was foreshadowed already. He was beating up grown men because of what they said about his father. Already since he was a kid. So he had, not foreshadowed because that technically happened after Marineford, but still, that's the kind of character he's been. If he senses disrespect, he's gonna go for it, and it's a character flaw. Let's not get it wrong, it's a character flaw. I'm not saying Ace is one of the greatest characters, but for saying Ace is a bum, I think it was more Ace made bad decisions just based on his ego, but I don't think he's a good character and bad character. Sorry, it doesn't make him the best character.
The truth came out.
I mean, he said a lot of things to just say, oh yeah, but I mean, he made bad decisions, but that doesn't mean he's a bum. But like, listen, I know why. I understand. I'm gonna stop joking around. Like, they mentioned that Roger, when like, if he had his crew behind him, he's not running away before them. Like, he would stay to make sure like everyone is safe. And I think that was the same thing with Ace, where Luffy was behind him and then Akainu was in front of him. So even after he had like, I just lost that battle, he needed to stay so Luffy could be safe. And that's just one of those stubborn traits that I wouldn't leave him, because he is his father's son. Do I agree? No, but obviously I'm not Ace, so.
I would never fight Akainu. Let's not get it twisted. There's no way we're gonna win that fight. I feel like, but I think he was just clouded. His judgment was just clouded, and he didn't have the source like his dad. I'm sorry, his dad had luck. If his dad turned around, if Roger was in that situation, turned around and fought Akainu, he would have blinded Akainu some way. Akainu falls to the ground, fades for 2 seconds, and Roger will escape. But Ace didn't have.
Roger made the island his. Man said, "This is my island now." That's what Roger would be on.
Literally, Ace didn't have the same source, and I don't think Ace realized that he wasn't that guy. He had the ego of someone that was that guy, but wasn't that guy. So I understand where the bum comment comes from, but in my opinion, I just think stupid excuses, but it doesn't mean it makes him a bum. I don't know, but it's just like, I think
it's a
like
sticky one.
Like, my eyes cleared a lot because Ace was my favorite character for a long time. But after after Marineford and like the backstory, like it made me understand this character a lot more. I'm like, he's cool, but he had a big flaw, and that was his ego. A big flaw, and you can't ignore it. And this one decides to call him a bum. Like, my reaction at the start was like, what? But I can see, I understand where that person is coming from. If you say like, no, Ace, stupid, why would you do this? You're a bum. But I don't know. For me, I won't classify him as a bum. I'm just like, man, just be smart, man.
I know.
In the day, my initial first thing would be question, because Ace, ride or die. But is this just kind of like just seeing it, and it's been so long, and just being able to think and like have other perspectives and seeing other characters. I'm like such a hothead sometimes. Like, you didn't, a lot of things you actually didn't have to do, and especially that fight. I'm like, bro, sometimes you have to fight another day. Like, I'll be like, I'll catch you slipping another day. I just have to go to my training arc, hit the gym, get the protein shakes on, and then, you know, maybe 2 time I'll give you that beat. I remember me 2 years ago. Bam, 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 bam. That's what it would be like.
Yeah. I mean, look at Luffy. Luffy did the same thing with Aokiji. Luffy said, nah, let's run. Let us take this place.
10 toes.
I'm gonna hold him down. When you guys get on this thing, I'm gonna find a way to dip. Let's run. If Ace was in that situation, it's like, nah, I got this. Let me fight Aokiji and die. So I can see both ways. I can't lie to you. I'm not gonna like act like it's like a ridiculous statement, but yeah, it's kind of a hard pill to swallow, especially for someone that's like one of my favorite characters, I guess.
It's half bomb. It's half.
Yeah, we disagree, but we understand why people would believe he is a bum. It's understandable. Okay, this one's got a prompt before it. So he said, Shonen Jump launched 3 mangas recently about stand-up comedy, Japanese theatre and piano. Each depicts the journey of an artist from the start, and to me all 3 of them portray the ups and downs and the nuances of each feel pretty accurately. How do you feel about these type of manga, and what type of art/field of work would you want to see a manga focused on realistically?
That's a wonderful question.
Let me jump the question. I think it kind of goes with, I've just recently finished a series called Beck.
Oh, that's a good one.
more one of the best series, and it felt so real, and it made me interested in series that are so like vivid and real, and you could see it actually taking place in real life. And those 3 series that I mentioned have that kind of same dynamic when you show like real life struggle, real life up and downs, dreams, hopes, relationships, and it's just so personable and, you know, realistic. I think it hits home differently. Like when I was reading Beck, I just wanted to pick up a guitar. I wanted to join a band. I wanted to, you know what I mean? That's the kind of, because it's so violent. I don't trust Shonen Jump, because like they will release a couple, then they'll drop it. And those 3 series, it might be great, but I have to wait until it hits a certain threshold, and I know they're not just gonna drop it on me before, and that ain't it. All for it. I'm all for series like that like somebody's real life, the characters that have to fight for their dreams and hopes, and it's not always easy. Sometimes it's great and happy. It just shows a range, you know what I mean?
And what field would you want it to be? Would you want to see a series similar to Beck then?
Similar, maybe like I love Beck, but maybe because I enjoy Beck so much, I wouldn't read another series that is similar in relation to kind of the music. So I might go into something else. I might maybe want to see somebody become a nurse, or somebody become a doctor, or somebody running track, or you know what I mean, athletics, science, whatever. You know, just things like that where it might be career-based or dream-based, like this is what they want to engage with and with what they want to do. Maybe things that are so kind of different from what I would imagine doing as well. You know what I mean? Just to give, I think it's just so much entertainment, just so much entertainment, and you have series like that.
Good points. What about you then, Ed? How do you feel about these kind of series?
I think they're really good. I started the series, obviously with the advice of Daniel. I switched from the anime to the manga. Blue Period.
Hey.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I think it just grips, especially I love art, so it's gripping, and I think it's just something different. I think it's kind of like filters the crazy thing, especially in Shonen Jump, the crazy, like over the top kind of things that go on. So I think it's really good. I'm up for it, man. Especially the one that like caught my interest is the stand-up comedy one. I think that's really good. But yeah, we need more stuff like that. But like Vijay said, I feel like some of these series, and like especially in Shonen Jump, they need you to like draw the audience so quickly. Like you need to do something crazy. There needs to be like a big plot twist or something to keep the audience in. And if you don't do that in like 50 chapters, you're dropped. So I feel like, and some of these series don't necessarily do that. You know, just like it's taking you to the journey, and the journey is sometimes straightforward. So I feel, yeah, series like this need more chances in Shonen Jump. I think they need more, more opportunity. Then for the kind of what I wanna see more of, I guess, is we just touched on it already. It's like athletics, more like track. I want a track anime so bad, like a 100-meter dash kind of thing. Like, give it to me. Another thing I really want is mixed martial arts, but I don't want it to be in a way of like the superpowers, because that's the Shonen Jump. Yeah. I really don't want that. Like that's why like Kengan Ashura, it's so good, but even at that sometimes like some kind of like this is not realistic. Like what Takito does, the blood and stuff like that. But I just need, like, I want someone to like go into jiu-jitsu, like they want to go into Brazilian jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, and like go like there's a lot of information you get from that, like the backstory, how the Brazilian jiu-jitsu come about, the people like the pioneers of it and stuff like that. I really want that in an anime, and like let it be realistic. Like, you know, give me a Haikyuu version of like a UFC journey or something like that. I think that martial arts is the kind of arts I want to see more, but realistically, I don't want ninjas that jump around and do crazy shit. So yeah.
I hear that. Yeah, I think basically I'm agreeing with you guys because I enjoy these niche series. I like to call them niche, where they tackle just elements that you don't normally see or you wouldn't really normally be interested in, such as stand-up comedy and theatre and piano. Because I find it's quite interesting in learning about the art of doing something like that, because there's a lot of nuances involved. When you can see somebody do something, but then when you're actually doing it, you realize there's so many other elements that's involved. And then like I really appreciate when the mangakas explore that and they give you all these details and you learn and you're like, oh wow, this, I didn't realize it was that in depth. So I'm for those kind of series. I really enjoy them. And then for something I would like to see, like I'm happy seeing probably maybe like a medical manga, but not like, because a lot of webtoons do like a medical series, but then the doctor's like OP and he knows every sort of surgery. Yeah. I would rather be more realistic, where like there's sometimes he doesn't save the person and sometimes he doesn't know what to do. I would like to see that kind of aspect, because I saw one series is called Shrink. It's about a psychiatrist and like how like just people with different issues and just how the psychiatrist approaches those issues. And I really I was enjoying it because like there's so much I was learning just about what it's like to be a therapist. And yeah, so I like those I like that kind of series. So yeah, we want more and we're happy to read them as well.
I think I want to add one more thing, just coming off of what you said. It's the educational factor that make these entertaining. The fact that you're able to learn about so many new things. Like with Beck, I learned so many things regarding musical history, many different aspects of a musician's life that I wasn't privy to. And that's why it's engaging. It's not just about being entertained or taking things on board and learning.
Facts. And I think Shonen Jump used to have like Act Age. I think we know about Act Age before. What happened. That was in this kind of group, and I was really enjoying that series. It was really good. I'm really disappointed in that author, because I mean I just, what he had going was really, it was different. It was really different from what we were seeing in Shonen Jump at the time. So it's still frustrating that what happened with that series, but anyway, let me know.
Man, I can hear the pain.
It hurts. Like, it had actually one of my favorite chapters I've read. It was a music video. It was throughout the whole chapter. Like, she's on the train and they're filming the music video, and it was such an amazing thing to read. But I'll never get to see that again. But next question. Okay, who's your favorite One Piece character and why?
Hey, I would let me lead this one. Chopper, oh my days, wholesome Chopper. I was so, do you know how close I was to buying the hat?
This is a bad take. I'm sorry, you. Of all the characters in One Piece,
you didn't know it was Chopper. He said this before, though.
How do you know? No, I've said this before. That's the thing.
I forgot about the bad take. We're talking about bad takes. Chopper. Why?
Mad energy for Chopper. I feel like he's done dirty because we all know he's stronger than is led to believe. Like, he's not from the time they're just treating him like he's a pet. He's not a pet. He's an OG, real one, reindeer, human, doctor. That's what you call talent. That scene when they got onto the new ship, the man was in the chair, just turning, just swiveling on the chair and be like, like reenacting patients and doctor situation. I love that. It's cuteness levels different, and man can't take compliments. Always doing a funny dance like, hey, don't chat to me, don't compliment me. The best character.
Okay.
Well, Ed does not agree with that, apparently. I mean, fair enough if you like Chopper like that. But yeah, I'm not even surprised because he said that before. Very interesting choice though. But what about you, Ed? Who's your favorite character?
Aokiji. But yeah, Aokiji, because is my favorite character. I just like his sense of justice, lazy justice. I don't know, it just relates to me a lot. I'm not saying I'm lazy, but I'm lazy. I'm going on a tangent, but Aokiji, I feel like I just like him, his character design, what he does in the story, and his storytelling, his relationship with Robin. I feel like, yeah, that's why he's my favorite character, principally.
No, Aokiji is that guy. I like him too. So my favorite character is Dr. Huluk, because I think he has one of my favorite speeches in One Piece. I think I liked his role as a mentor to Chopper, and just the way he conducted himself throughout that flashback, and what those final words, the way he was like, "I'm not gonna let you kill me, Chopper. Don't worry. I took the medicine even though it was poison." That's fatherhood right there. He was there for Chopper. He protected Chopper, and I enjoyed his role in the story. So Dr. Huluk is my favorite.
No, I love that choice. He made Chopper who he is.
Facts.
Year half.
Good choice.
Next one.
His swag was questionable though.
Hey man, chill on him. Chill on him. He gave Chopper his swag, so you need to relax right there, bruv. Who's wearing his hat?
I love Chopper. True.
I was defending you before, and now you want to come for me?
I didn't say it was a bad choice. I just said the guy's fashion sense was a bit, it's a bit wild sometimes.
Chopper wears the shorts and hats. What are you talking about?
Hello? That's not even swag. Right, so who is the worst character in Shonen Jump, and what anime would you want to be isekai'd into? I guess we already answered the second part, so we'll just do the first half.
That's a difficult question.
It's a passion thing, like who do I just dislike?
Yeah.
Or who actually, if I think about it logically, be one of the more poorly written characters?
Because you can dislike a character, but you're meant to dislike a character, like Akainu. But I don't think it's a character, if that makes sense. Then
We'll do poorly written then. We'll say poorly written to make it easier.
But even at that, there's some characters like some Sanji aspects I just think is poorly written, and there's no reason for the character to be written like that. But they also have good qualities, and I don't want to call Sanji a bad character like this one.
Yeah, he's not the worst in Shonen Jump though, is he?
Okay, so I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, let me think about this. Because even Sakura, because people make fun of Sakura so much, but I think the way she grew over the, like I say, you can say Naruto, like part 1 of Naruto Sakura, I guess. But that's just been nitpicky, I say. Because she gets better in Shippuden and in like, Boruto. So I guess like that character had development, so she's technically isn't the worst character. So this question is hard.
She is a bad character, and obviously that's just my personal bias. And initially, that's the first name that popped in my head. I thought Sakura. But maybe for me, it might be how do you say Minato?
Minato, okay.
I don't think he's a well-written character, and all his characteristics are based on his quirks, or he views women, or how he interacts. So his character is interesting because he's funny and like I'm just gonna laugh. But he's not a good character, if you know what I mean. There's no basis for
Not with him most of the time.
same. In the shot scene, would I feel a distinct kind of loss or something? I wouldn't. And anybody from class 1B could easily replace him. Anybody could replace him. Like what he does is not really.
If there's a D, they can replace him too. I can't lie to you.
Don't kill me. That's
No, but you're right. You're right because Mineta. I feel like there's other characters with I don't know, the like obsession, I guess, with the pervy character with some of those shonen characters. Because we have Jiraiya, we have Masaroshi, we have Sanji, but all those characters have like that's more secondary to the main character.
Yeah.
Like look at Sanji, you can tell the story about his family, and you can call up like the pervy aspect of it, and it even technically makes Sanji a better character. Jiraiya, it was basically just like nosebleeds, and apart from that, he was a great written character. He was like two great seinen, and same thing with Masaroshi. He was a teacher, but I feel like if you cut the pervy aspect of Mineta away, that character is just useless.
Legit useless. Brings nothing. Even his quirk is just for laughs, and like
People
he
say-
should not be in.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't.
I don't know how he passed any test.
But he, Sakura, you can say. I think that's just like most Naruto characters. Fans just don't like. There's a distaste for her. But I feel like when it comes to useless, that word, Mineta, he is the useless character. I feel that's my answer. I feel. I can't think of anybody else I dislike that much to call him the worst character in Shonen Jump.
And it's bad because he's not dislikable. That's the worst thing. He just gives nothing to the show. Like he's not like. I mean,
Yeah. I feel.
I don't think Mineta is the worst in the whole of Shonen Jump, but I can understand why you would say that. I think you guys are being. I don't want to feel like I'm trying to defend this guy, so you know what?
that's on us. Defend him.
I don't want to put the cape on for Mineta of all characters, so no, he can hold that. He can hold that.
I know
so
you mean.
he can hold that.
Oh, say it.
Hmm?
I say, he wants to say something, so say it. We know you're not defending him.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, in aspects, he is useful because, let's say, in the exam, when he was with Sarah, he's the reason they passed the exam because he actually managed to stick Midnight to the thing, and she wasn't able to go on. And then, obviously, I think, was it during the exam, with versus 1B, he was useful there, helping to cooperate with Mina and all those guys to combat with the people who were throwing but I think it was like cogs of metal, stuff like that. But I mean, my point is he offers like he's a good friend with Deku or Midoriya. Them two have an interesting relationship. Like he kind of I guess he lets Midoriya act like a kid because he's kind of acts childish, so he'll do these things where I feel like it's easier for Midoriya to relax whenever I see them two interact. He does these silly things which people ignore, but I feel like that's the kind of class clownery where people are like, okay, yeah, you're doing all this nonsense, and like people aren't as serious as they normally would be. All the pervy stuff though, there's nothing to say to that because that's stupidity. That's just nonsense, bro. Like it just makes me. I don't understand how as a young kid you're doing all that. You're just making everyone feel uncomfortable. That's dumb. That's just weird.
Already at that age.
Yeah, it's very questionable.
That was too much.
Because the pervy aspect of characters rarely is done well. Like rarely is done well. I think Jiraiya maybe is the one thing that's like, okay, it's not that bad. But Sanji at the start as well, like before the time skip, wasn't that bad before he like went crazy nosebleeds. But sometimes it's just not needed. I feel like most of the time. It's just not needed. It's a difference between being like oh, she's a cute girl like Brock from Pokemon and just like nose bleeding whenever you see a girl. There's a difference.
Yeah, Brock is cool.
Yeah, see, I feel like a.
And they never let him cook either, man. And someone's always trying to disrupt his play.
Facts.
So, but I don't know.
But I actually have a character. So, this is from Ichigo 100%. His name is the main character, Junpei. I don't like this one. When I say the worst, I think I'm talking about in terms of how he's written, and then just because I really don't like him. Because one thing I don't like is wishy-washiness, flip-flopping, indecisiveness. I don't like that. And throughout the whole series, this guy cannot make a single decision on which girl he wants to be with. It was so frustrating. Like, it's one time he'll be like, he's with this girl, and it's like, oh yeah, I like this girl. Then the next chapter, he's like, but this girl, she's looking different, you know, like the light's hitting her a bit differently. I'm just like, bro, okay. I'm like, okay, so you're with this girl, and then third girl will come in, and it's like, oh, but this girl, she's got something different about her too. I'm like, bruv, make a decision, please. Make a decision. Throughout the whole series, he's just flip-flopping, wishy-washy. He doesn't want to commit to anything. I'm just like, I don't rate that. I thought he would grow up, and then when he made the choice, he picked the op. And I kind of respect it, but I don't, because I'm like, bro, why you picked this girl and then you had this girl? Decision. I respect it. I respect what the author did, but I just don't like him. I just don't like the character. So I was like, yeah, nah. I felt like I wasted my time reading the series, but I see what he was trying to do.
I guess Shonen Jump is hard because I feel like there's other characters I hate. That's not in Shonen Jump.
You can expand it if you want.
The guy from Rent a Girlfriend.
He's another flip-flopper. I don't like that guy, bro.
Trash, my friends. Trash. I got put off from this.
Don't watch that series.
Oh my, don't. Honestly, I feel like the girls don't even deserve it. Honestly, they're suffering because of. Oh no.
Why said they're suffering?
I'm sorry. I think that's the first character that came to my head, and because even guys like guy from Jobless Reincarnation, it has good aspects to him, except from the huge red flag. But this guy from Girlfriend is just useless. It annoys me when I see him. So I feel like that's the character I'll choose.
Okay. What about you, Joe? Outside of Shonen Jump, who do you hate the most?
Shonen Jump. Useless. I would say I forgot her name, but it's from Monster. It's the doctor's wife. What's his stuff? Whatever her name is. She is useless individual. Like I do. The thing is, she does have character growth, but early on, it's kind of in the same kind of light where it's flip-flop. But early on, she has this idea of what she wants her man to be, and he's like, oh, I don't want to be the head doctor and stuff, and all the things that were happening in that series where he wasn't even going to be able to get that position. She was like, okay, I'm not marrying you. Soon as he gets the position, she comes back and is trying to rekindle the thing, and my guy is like, what is happening? Why are you here? And the thing is, disrespectful, dude, and entitled to a ridiculous degree. Like, some people they're disrespectful, but the disrespect is in a way that is kind of manageable. It's like so outright with it and unruly. I was like, oh my days, you're such a bad person, you're such a bad character. Like, why are you like this? It was crazy.
Yeah, Eva was not the one. I'm sorry, she was annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, she was such an op for trying to destroy a man's life. Going out of her way. Do you know, like, if destroying somebody's life will also put you in a bad situation? Still did it. She still did it. It puts her herself in a bad situation. She still did it. I respect it. Like, you're different.
It's different.
It's deep. That's commitment, you know. She said that we're both going down in hellfire.
fully. That's what she said with chest. So
What?
much energy.
Akemiga Kill. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about already.
Or the soldier girl with the dog.
Oh my god. Oh,
Hate her with a passion.
infuriates me more than forget the other guy. Her, she's the one. Her character, I don't know what that Naruto did, but he put like something in that concoction when he was making that character that made me despise her. Jesus Christ. Her, oh no. I think that's a discussion for another day. The self-righteous. Oh man, that character was annoying.
Yeah, they stink. She did stink, but she got packed. So she got
And the
packed
same thing with
nicely.
Nina from Code Geass.
That poor table. That poor table.
But yeah, those characters. Yeah.